Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope your day is going really good. Mine is going really good as well. As you know, this is October, and October month is considered Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As you can see, I'm wearing my hat, my survivor hat, and I've got my t-shirt, my pink t-shirt that has a little heart on it, actually a big heart around it. And it has some words on there. And I've got my bracelets. I've got a rope bracelet right here. And this cute little bracelet here. I'm all set. Got my ring. And I've got my other stretchy bracelet that says hope, courage, faith, and strength. With this being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I always seem to be drawn to sharing a little bit about me, about my testimony regarding breast cancer. And I don't know why. I guess it's because, you know, it could possibly help somebody. And I just feel like we all need to be aware of that this is Breast Cancer Awareness. We all need to be aware to get our mammograms and so forth there. But so that's why I'm on here today, sharing with you guys and to encourage you. But let me give a disclaimer real quick. I am in no way a doctor, a nurse, any type of nurse practitioner, any professional. I'm just a regular YouTuber wanting to come on and share just a little bit about my experience with breast cancer and just to encourage other women to get their mammograms and just to, you know, let you know that there is help out there and not to be afraid to get the test done. So that's my whole purpose for coming on today and sharing with you guys. So I am no doctor, and I do not claim to be a professional in any type of way. These opinions are my opinions. This is my testimony, and I'm just giving you guys a little bit of some tips and a little bit of info. So with that being said, let's continue. For those of you who do not know, and some of you may and you may not know, breast cancer, what is breast cancer? And I'm going to have to be looking down because I have to read a little bit. Got to put on these little glasses that I don't like to wear. Breast cancer, it is a disease. It is a disease when cells in the breast begin to grow out of control, and these cells usually form tumors. Back in 2009, yours truly, yes, me. And I'm pretty sure some of you already are aware of this, but for all the new subscribers, I just want to let you guys know. I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. Yes, I was. The way it happened, I had received a card in the mail from my doctor's office telling me that it was time to come in and get my mammogram. Well, when I received that card, I looked at it and I was like, tossed it in the trash. I neglected that part of my health. I neglected that card and what it was trying to tell me. So I threw it away. Then I went for my annual checkup, well woman exam. The doctor was examining my breast and, you know, checking other things. And then she just casually said, Liz, you need a mammogram. And when she said that, you know, guys, I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and have one. I'll go ahead and schedule one. Now, I didn't know what she really was trying to tell me. She didn't indicate anything. She did not say she felt anything. But now, to this day, I know she did feel something, but she didn't want to alarm me She didn't want to scare me, and I'm glad she didn't. I'm so glad she handled it the way she did, because knowing, you know, the kind of person I am, I would have been like, oh gosh, you know, just the thought of it, you know. But she told me I needed one, so I did schedule to have one. I can't remember all of the specifics of the diagnosis and, you know, the events that led to one to another, so I'm just going to paraphrase and just kind of tell you guys my story based on what I can remember, because dates and things, it's kind of hard to remember specific times, you know, when did I get this, before I got that, so I can't be certain on all of that. I'm just going to give you pretty much my experience. So she said I needed a mammogram, and I believe that she told me that she needed to schedule me for, no, I'm sorry. I went to have the mammogram. That's what it was. I went to have the mammogram. As soon as I got home, I didn't get a chance to get in the house really good, and my husband tells me someone just called from the doctor's office saying that you need to call them ASAP. And I was like, wow, okay, I'll call them. You know, I didn't think of anything. I wasn't nervous about anything. I just was like, okay. So I called, and the doctor spoke to me. She did not want to say specifically what it was over the phone. And this was, I think this was a Friday that I had the mammogram done. So I had to go through the whole weekend before Monday. She wanted me to make an appointment to come see her. She said that I need to schedule you for surgery, because see, I was pressing her for the information. She didn't want to tell me, and when she didn't want to tell me, then I started to become alarmed. Like, why won't you tell me? What's going on? I need to know. You know, I can't go through the whole weekend not knowing, or feeling something is wrong, and you don't tell me. I just can't. Now, if I have to turn right back around, get on the freeway, and make an appointment to come see you right then, right now, I will. So she told me, she didn't tell me specifically, but she told me she needs to schedule me to have a surgery. So I had no idea that it was breast surgery. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, surgery? You know, I was getting all panicky and everything, and I was like, ooh, what are you talking about? What surgery? You know, so I tell you, it's something else. Anyway, so I had blood tests done. Everything was confirmed that there was a small tumor in my right breast. And you know, to make a long story short, not to get into too many difficulties, because it is, you know, even though I have gone through it and I'm past it, it is still emotional when I have to talk about it. But I'm talking about it because I want to encourage you out there, or you may know someone who may be going through the same situation that I did go through. You know, I just want to be an encouragement to you to get that mammogram done. So let's try to speed up the story here. I don't want to take too much time. Yeah, I had blood work done. They confirmed everything. I had to have a biopsy first. I had a biopsy done by another doctor prior, because for some reason I didn't want to take just one opinion. So I had this male doctor to give me a biopsy, and it confirmed what was told to me, that of breast cancer. And it was some things about him I just didn't feel comfortable with after that. So I don't know, I wanted another opinion. So I got a third opinion. I went to the City of Hope, where they specialize in breast cancer and all other cancers. And I was introduced to this really nice lady doctor, and she shared everything with me. She explained everything. She looked at all of my test results, everything, and she confirmed what the previous doctors had already said. She said, no, everything is right on tack. Unfortunately, you do have breast cancer, you know. So she told me that she is willing to do the surgery because I was told that I needed surgery. I need chemotherapy and radiation, all three. But it was all up to me. It was my decision. So, you know, I complied, and I said, you know what? I want you to do the surgery. I don't want the other doctor to do it because there's some things about him I'm just not comfortable with, but I'm very comfortable. I feel confident that you're going to do what it is that you need to do to help me. So scheduled the surgery, and it was a approximately 2.5, 3 hours surgery. That was successful. And then not long after that, I had to begin 4 rounds of chemotherapy. Thank God it wasn't any more than that. But I tell you, for those of you who are interested in knowing how did chemotherapy affect me, because it affects everybody differently. I did not get nauseous and do the throwing up thing. I didn't do that, thank God. Oh gosh. But it's hard to describe how I felt. It made me feel so. Now this is what after I had gotten it. Once it had entered my body, then it's kind of like it's like you experience symptoms from it, but it's hard to really pinpoint what I actually felt. It was just a very not so good feeling. And it lasted pretty much for about 24 hours until, you know, because it passes through your system, comes out of your urine, but not the effect of it. The actual liquid part passes through your body. But it had me feeling just, oh boy, just something intense, something strong. You know, there's no way that I can actually describe it to you guys. Just take my word that it made me not feel well. And I had, you know, there was times I'm in the family room interacting with my family, laughing, we're kidding, and I'm trying to have an everyday normal life, not letting this, you know, bring me down. But when those symptoms, the effect from the chemotherapy, when it was taken over just a little bit, I had to go get in the bed. It was just something that I just had to do to rest until that feeling passed. You know, to this day, like I said, I can't describe the feeling. You know, I can't put it into words, but I tell you, it was something. That's all I can say. Trust me, it was something. And a lot of times I would open up my Bible because I believe in healing. I believe in God and Jesus, and I'm a believer. And I had opened up my word, and I had to study what the word says about me and my health, you know, healing. And so I would meditate on the scriptures that would seem to boost me up. They would encourage me, and a lot of times, sometimes I just need to hear an audible voice. So I would call my mother on the phone, and I just needed her to talk to me, just minister to me. And she would do that. She would just lift me up because I felt kind of low physically and mentally, but I was trying to build myself up on my own. But sometimes, you know, we need that human contact. So I would call her up and she would just build me up, just talk. And I was quiet and I listened to her, and it seemed to help. It cheered me on. She was one of my biggest cheerleaders, as well as my husband and my son and my daughter. But I tell you, it was something else. So she got me through that, and that I only felt that feeling after I had left the appointment. When I left the appointment, the medicine was kicking in, and you know, it's just like it's in you fresh. So when it's in you fresh, it will make your body feel whatever it's going to feel just for a little bit of time. You know, some people are different. So after that time frame passed and that feeling passed, the next day I felt much better, and I didn't let nothing stop me. I would get up and get on a treadmill, exercise, whatever I was going to do. I will go to church. I didn't allow this to stop me from living. That's the main thing what I'm trying to tell you. If you get a diagnosis of breast cancer, don't let it stop you. Keep going. Keep living. Whatever you normally do and you're able to do it, do it. Because subconsciously it does help you. It really helps to boost you up. Just all sorts of things. I mean, listening to different music, soothing music, whatever it is, whatever your thing is that you would use to boost you up. Mine was going to church, and then Bible studies when I felt up to it, listening to different tapes of the word, listening to Christian music, or just anything soothing like jazz, anything that seemed to build me up. That's what I did. I only wanted to talk to people who were positive. I was very careful about who I told about the diagnosis, because I'm the kind of person, I don't want you speaking negative over me. I don't want you saying, oh yeah, Liz, yeah, she's got cancer, she's about to die. I don't want to hear that, and I don't want to hear from someone else that you have said that about me. So it's always good to be careful who you tell your business to, especially a diagnosis. Tell it to only people, if you believe in faith like I do, it's good to only just tell those people. Because I have my motto, if you can't say something nice, zip it up. That's pretty much what I feel. So after, I'm gonna speed up some more. After the chemotherapy rounds, then came, wait a minute, I had the surgery, then the chemotherapy, then radiation. I went to the City of Hope. I mean, this was really nice about City of Hope. They had orchestrated us to have a limousine to take us to our appointment, and they would pick up several people within the area where I lived, and we would go, you know, to City of Hope. And I thought that was really nice. I was like, wow, a limousine, you know, how special. It just made me feel just a little extra special, because if you've never gone through it, you will never understand when a person feels what they feel. It can bring you down. It really can. So I think that limousine just helped to just boost up our mood. It made us feel comfortable, special, not more special than anybody else. Nothing like that, but just special, you know. So we did that, and when I went through the radiation, of course, you don't feel anything. It's just all the radiation beaming down on the targeted area to eradicate the problem. I'm not a doctor, so I can't get into the technical terms of it, but you know, it's supposed to help it. Put it like that. Those are my words. So I went through the chemo, the radiation, and the surgery, and came out successfully. But I wanted to tell you guys, and I'm sharing just a little bit. I'm pretty sure there are, and there could be more symptoms of breast cancer, but I'm just going to tell you just a few. If you're having any kind of discomfort in your breast that seems abnormal, that does not seem the norm that you used to feeling, it's worth getting checked out. If you have inverted nipples, if you have any type of lump or anything that feels suspicious to you, that you know, that didn't feel like that last month, you know, it's just good to get it checked out. Or if you have any nipple discharge, fluid coming out of the nipple, then you need to get checked. Now there could be other symptoms, but I'm not going into everything. I'm just sharing a little bit tidbits just to give you a little bit of information. So yeah, I went through that 2009, and I have to say that I am cancer free, thank God. Yes, clap to me. I am a survivor. As you can see, I have my hat on that says survivor, and I wear this hat very proudly. I'm very honored. I'm very thankful. More than anything, I'm thankful to be alive. My best friend from elementary school, she was diagnosed with breast cancer about 3 years ago. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. So, and that's hard to say. It's been 3 years, but it's hard to form those words out, but let me just keep going. Anyway, of course, you know, she didn't make it, and her situation was a little more in depth than mine, and I didn't know all of the ins and outs about it, but at least I got a chance to see her the day before she left. So the reason why I'm on here is to encourage every single lady. They say when you're in your 40s, you should start getting mammograms. Some say 30, and some say when you start 50. Well, in my opinion, that's controversial. If you notice anything or detect anything unusual about your breast, get it checked out. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But I want to encourage you guys, don't be afraid to get that mammogram. Schedule your appointment and get it done. It needs to be done every year unless your doctor tells you something different. I wished that I had listened by reading that card, and well, I did read it, but actually doing it, making the appointment, and I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. Don't be hard-headed, ladies. Don't be afraid of getting the mammogram. It's just a test. You know, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not the end of the world. It's just squeezing the breast enough, mashing it together. That's pretty much it. A little discomfort. Some may not experience any discomfort. So it just depends on how sensitive you are. You know, when I get mine done every year, I get it done every October, and I'm scheduled to get mine done this week. You know, I'm never nervous. I never doubt. I never think of anything negative about, oh, they're gonna find this, blah, 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 blah. No, I go in there with a positive mindset. Positive. And I'm expecting to hear nothing but good news. I am healed from breast cancer. I am cancer free, and I have something to celebrate about. So, ladies, get your mammogram. Get your mammogram. That's my message to you. Please share this video with anybody and everybody that you may feel that needs to hear this. This video is pretty much to encourage everyone to get a mammogram. That's why I'm coming on to you guys, and it seems like it's every year now. I don't know, I just have a heart to encourage every lady. If I hadn't have gone through what I went through, I probably wouldn't even be on here encouraging you, you know? So get your mammogram. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end this, but I thank you guys for tuning back in and watching, and please click that share button. Share it with whoever you want to share it with. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have more content. I have more videos for you guys to watch. This is just like a PSA type of video, but it's just to motivate you and encourage you to get a mammogram, and don't be afraid to get it. So thank you guys for tuning back in, and I will talk to you guys later in my next video. Bye.